everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. Just put my glasses on so I can see. I am on for Tag Tuesday. Hopefully I'll get it up in time for it to be on Tag Tuesday. So this is a collaboration that's hosted by Cherie at Turquoise Dreaming. I've been doing it, well I think I've done it once, but I meant to do it more often. I thought it would be a good way to get me making some tags and that. So I have here in front of me a picture of a wolf and a picture of a fox. So I want to start a new journal, one for my son that I've been meaning to make forever. And I've collected some pictures for it. These are magazine pictures. Just want to cut out this fox. So I thought I might try and make a tag with these two pictures for today. I haven't been very creative lately. I made a lot of things, so it's going to be interesting. I've had a bit of trouble with my creativity. I think due to the migraines, and then I had to go on a new medication for them, and that's really changed just the way my brain thinks, I think, as far as crafting goes, which has been a little difficult. But I thought the best thing to do is just get on and start doing stuff and build back up again. Sometimes just sort of practicing and playing around gets you going again. So I have a pile of papers here that I've just pulled out of all of my scrap bins and that to find bits and pieces that I might use in the journal to start off with. So we might be able to find some bits in this to use for our tags as well. I know there is some corrugated cardboard and it's a couple of bits. There's this as well. So there's all sorts of different bits and pieces. I want some different sort of textures. It's quite nice. So I'm just going to hunt through and grab a few bits and pieces. Like that too. Got some of my painty papers that I've wiped paintbrushes off on and all sorts of things. There's some grey. Reddy brown, which I like the looks of for the fox. So let's make a start with those bits first. So I'm thinking base. I don't know if that's going to be a firm enough base. I do have some. Well, this is very firm. Maybe we should start with that. I was just using that before. It's like the backing to a pad or something like that. So maybe we should just check that this is straight. And we can work with this. 3 and 3. 3 and 3. It's pretty well straight. That's a good start. So it's a nice width, isn't it? Let me get my cutter. Maybe if we just cut it in half. So 5 and 3. Half is there. That's quite a nice size, I think. Well, that was easy. Makes a nice backing. Corners are a bit iffy there, but we could do a bit of a chop. We'll see. Maybe I'll just cut the top off a bit just in case we decide not to chop it down. Looks a bit better. And this one's got that scribble on it, but I think we'll just cover that up. It's a bit dog-eared down here, so I might do the same down there. crooked. That'll do. Doesn't matter, it's for my son. He can have it crooked. Okay, so there, we'll just stick them on and there'll be our tags. That'll be easy. Right, so I think this paper looks great for the wolf. And I like the black too. So should we just cover this whole thing in the black maybe? Might do that. So that's easy decision, good start. Find my glue. So, bit of an easygoing day sort of today. I went down the street and posted an order, and a big thank you to the lovely people who have supported my Etsy shop. Yeah, I've started off slow and it's been great because I haven't had to stress. So that's wonderful. But thank you very much to the people who have come on over and had a look and everything. Much appreciated. Yeah, so it's great fun, and yeah, I'm looking forward to getting a few more things ready in the next few days, hopefully, to stock it just a little bit more. So it's been fun trying to figure it all out. It's a bit of a minefield, the old Etsy, isn't it? And also, while I've got you all here, massive thank you to all of my subscribers and everyone for all your lovely comments and support and your friendship and everything, because I realise I have reached the 2,000 subscriber mark and I really do appreciate you all. I don't say that enough, but I do sincerely mean that. I've absolutely loved my time on YouTube. I've never expected to have anyone watch me. I did tell my kids when I started that someone's going to come on and say something mean and I'll be gone, and I'm so surprised that that never happened. So I really do appreciate it. It's been awesome. So it's been great fun and it's been really good for me, a really good experience. Yeah, it's been weirdly therapeutic for me, I think. So that's why I continue doing it, because I love it. It's not really about the numbers, but yeah, I do appreciate it. So I shall do a giveaway sometime when I get around to it. Like everything else, I'm trying to avoid stress at the moment and just get my health into gear and that. So, but yeah, I do want to plan something when I figure out what I'm going to do. So I'll have a little giveaway sometime. Maybe when I hit the 3,000 mark, knowing me, but no. Hopefully I'll have something organised soon. Just to say thank you to you all. I don't think I ever did a giveaway for my 1,000, so I might have to give away two parcels or something just to make up for that. Been a bit slack. Alright, so I've got that. I'm just thinking, do I know what background I want for my fox yet? Not really. So I might just cut around this. Yeah, so I went and posted a package and then off to do the shopping today. No gardening because it's been raining a fair bit. It's pretty wet and cold out there, which is a nice excuse to stay inside. Thought I'd get on and try and get this video done so I can get it up today, because I've been meaning to do Tag Tuesday for the last couple of weeks. I have a book haul too that I filmed a while ago, which I must get done and up for use. Okay, so I'm going to put our wolf on there. I love the look of that scrapbook paper. Don't ask me where it came from. I think I got it from the second-hand store or something. Oops, blow everything away. I don't know if I want to cover it in that. I sort of want to do some ripping. Maybe I should cover it in this. Might do that. Well, that's nice and textural, that is. Beautiful. So my son's been waiting a few years for his journal. I made my daughter's a couple of years ago, but this one's just been sitting around and I keep putting pictures aside for it. So I thought it's about time I dragged it out and got it done for him. He even seems a little excited, which I'm surprised about. But he likes wolves, foxes, huskies, German shepherds, that sort of thing. So that's what I'll be putting in here. So I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to go about that. Spend so much time arguing in my head how I'm going to do it and what cover I want and that I never get started. So I thought I'd just come on and make a tag. And that might give me some ideas about the rest of it. Wow, look, they're so thin that the glue's coming through, but that's all right. If it doesn't come through too much around the edge, that will be fine because I want the textured look and I'll be ripping and layering, so it should be okay. Put that to the side. So I do know I want some of this. I don't know how easy this stuff is to rip. I've tried, I don't know if it was die cutting or might have been using a punch, and that doesn't work with this stuff. Oh yeah, it rips all right. It's just which side do I want? Yeah, I probably want that furry look. Isn't that cool? So, means I have to rip that way. Oops, going a bit off course here. Don't know if this piece is going to suffice. Oh, that looks so cool. Does look like fur. Might have to rip another piece, but we'll see. Could always just have it as a smaller piece and put something else underneath. It's just my right hand ripping that's doing it. If we do it that way with my left hand, I might be able to get it semi-straight. The other thing I was thinking is trying to do a like window in something, like a frame. Frame with that stuff. I don't know. Let me get my knife and we will see what we can do. Got enough of that stuff to rip up and do if we stuff it up anyway. So, let's cut a square. No, it's a little square, but I can always like make it bigger. It's just to see what we think, really. It's a bit too square, isn't it? Now that looks pretty cool. I don't know if I'll use it or not, but I might keep it as a thought. I've always got extra background to try out if I need. and we'll figure out some more layers for him as well. And then we've got our wolf. What are we going to do with you? Now I have this sort of painted paper stuff, which I think I do want to use some of. Do I want to keep it linear or do I want to rip? I think I want to rip some. Got plenty of this to play around with. Might rip with my ruler so I get it semi-straight. That side didn't work very well. Might have to trim that up a bit. Though I have to rip it down a bit more. It's so crooked. I can never do anything straight. Don't know. Could make it smaller. As a background for the square. Or do I do another frame? Let's have a look. Just going to mark roughly where the square is. I'll grab my knife again and I'm going to cut inside it. Let's just see what it looks like in a frame. Kind of like it. Sort of needs something around it though. It is a bit clean, isn't it? I probably need to rip that as well. We'll consider that. Okay, and I'm going to keep swapping these in and out. We need some green stuff on that. So, I kind of like that one. This one's a lot thicker. I like the darkness of the board on this one. And then we've got this. Got all sorts of stuff here. Crikeys. Got this stuff. That's like that felt stuff as well. It's like handmade paper. I could use some more of that, but I kind of... Then we've got this weird stuff that looks like it has fur in it. It's a bit shiny though. Yeah, I might just break a bit of this anyway and see what I think. Try ripping it. Rips all right. It's going to be quite bulky. We put it underneath, but that's all right. Looks all right underneath too. We might need a longer bit to go up the full length though. That actually looks pretty cool. Okay, so that won't quite cut it. So it would have to be about there, down. It takes muscles. Let's have a look. I do really like the way it looks. I still want to see a bit more of the brown underneath though, I think. Or do we? Depends where we end up putting our fox. I like him down the bottom. That's about the right width for down the bottom really. As we cut that down a bit. But I might just needs to be a bit rougher. That might work. So let's stick that down, I think. Could probably just line it up. Draw a line. Look, that's crooked too, isn't it? Don't know what was going on when I was cutting that off. Hopefully that'll work. So put that on like this. Nice, it's a big tag. Might even sew it once it's on just to really hold it down because it's quite thick. Don't think I want anything coming out from underneath, but do I? Might have to think that before I do stick it. And just take this off a bit. Yeah, that's a fairy side. Could sew around that as well. Some brown stitch. Brown would look nice around here. So what other bits have we got here? The only other bits that I got out for the fox is this, which we don't need. We might put a word or something up there, not sure yet. And then we got some of this as well. Oh man, this ripping thing really confuses me. Something like that down there. The other thing I do have is, oh, that would look quite nice up there. Got my little fern leaves. Should go and see what colour cotton I have in my sewing machine. What I might do is just tack this together. Might just tidy up this corner a bit. Looks pretty good. I'll just let that dry and then I can sew around that if I like. Oh, stuck to my finger. Now this. I'm going to have to tack this to that. about right. Don't think that we'll put anything else underneath that unless we've got fibres that we want to add. Now I've got plenty of them sitting here that can do with being used. Look at this gorgeous one too, perfect. Bring out the big guns. I probably should have done this after, but I do want to sort of sew it on when I'm sewing. Like so over the top of it when I sew around the tag. Still could have stuck this down first, that would have been smart. Could have stuck this green bit down to the tag before I stuck this on, I think. Would have been a lot better thing to do. But oh well. Now I'll let this dry for a while. This Kmart glue takes forever to dry. Just remembered I haven't done the dishes and my son's cooking tonight, so I have to get out and do them in a minute. I won't get my dinner cooked for me, and that would be a disaster. Okay, so now I'm just going to trim off the little excess bits here. Makes a mess of everything, that stuff does. Although I've done well at making a mess of everything here right now. But it's good, it's a good mess. I like this sort of mess when you start making a journal and you've got all the bits and pieces out. It's inspiring. So now I've got to stick this down, which I should have done before I stuck my trim on, because I'm have to try not to get bits of trim stuck underneath everything. I think that's adhered good enough. It'll probably annoy my son, but oh well. I like annoying my son, so that's all right. Now I'm thinking of going around the edge of this with my ground espresso ink to darken it up a bit. So I will do that. There's me handle thingamajig. I'll take it all the way around. Just bring it in a bit here where we're going to see it. So now I think we can stick this on. Yeah, that looks better with that ink. Lots better. Okay. Glue does not want to come out. I'm going to try not to get my eyelash trim in it. It's going to be hard. Get it up the right way, Nat. Not looking too bad. A little bit of overhang there that I can chop off, and a little bit up the top as well by the looks. So fix that up before I sew. Squish it down. It's looking good, so we won't stick that on yet. That's going to look really cool. Now I'm debating whether I'm going to use the fan as I was going to. Still just, I don't necessarily like it being in the acetate window. The other thing is a word. So I did get my trusted old dictionary. Maybe we can look up fox or something. It'd be nice if it was one of the top words. Let's have a look. Couldn't be that lucky, could we? No. Don't think so. No. There it is there. There's a nice big meaning for it though. It's a really dirty looking dictionary, this one, so I thought it's probably the perfect one to rip words out of rather than use the pages, although some people like dirty looking pages, but it has a whole lot of writing and that in it as well, so I think I might keep it in here to rip words out of. So let us try and rip that out. I had a ruler. Here it is. Fits nice. Okay, this is easier. Isn't that pretty? Something like that looks nice. It's just finding the right background for it. This definitely needs some inking. So let's do that first. Okay, found some of this. Let's see what we think. Probably not much. I kind of do like it just like that. It's more sort of earthy. This is gorgeous. Sits on there nicely. Oh, it'll work. Still got to do a sewing too. And I suppose a bit of ink. What I might do is matte medium my little fern leaf on first before I sew everything, and that'll give it time to dry. And I think, which side do I think looks better? I think it's that side that looks better. Put it on something like that. So I'll just grab my matte medium and I might try my little silicone thing. Just try not to kill my little fern leaf. Good luck to me. Got my tissue. Put a nice double of this on. I can't remember, I think it was that way. Now I need some more up there. Like that. And get a nice bit to cover it over with. Broke one leaf off by the looks. That's alright, we'll just go steady. I think that's looking pretty good. Just get some down where his stem is. Just try and smooth it out a bit. Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that and hope for the best. So I'll let that dry now. Over there, and I'll just wipe the excess off. I don't want to put it back in because it's probably a bit dirty from the fern leaf. So I'm just going to clean up a bit, and I'm going to sew around the outside. I don't think I'll sew this on there. I'm not sure whether I have it on there or underneath at this point. So I think I'll sew around maybe just the inside part here near the picture of my fox, and then I'm just going to sew around the outside of the tag, I think. So here is the tag which I've sewn around. You can see on the back that I've sewn around it using a zigzag stitch. And then here's my little fox which I have sewn around just using a straight stitch, just gone around him twice. So he's now ready to put down. I did keep getting, it was painful trying to lift these out of the way, so I'll just pull the few that I accidentally sewed down out from under. I think I only got about 3 of them stuck under there and one up here. Oh, a whole heap up there stuck. There we go. It's better. And a whole heap down here, but I don't mind that too much. Might even trim those off a bit after. I think I need to stick this bit down a bit more anyway. Which means I will put this down first. put a little fox down. Now I've got to get him under all of this stuff. Make sure he's sort of centered. Now I don't want to play with this too much because it's still a bit damp. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to leave this for a bit to dry, and I might get on with our wolf tag while that does dry a bit. Okay, so we have the wolf one here, and I think what I might do with this little frame is just make this side about the same size as the other three sides. I think that'll look better. Now I have to try not to break it if I rip it like this. Done well. So that's going to go on our wolf like that. I think that'll be fine. I'm just debating. I might grab some ink. And for him, I think we'll use black soot. So I'll just change over pads. Not sure if I'm going to sew on this one or not. I'll think about it as we go. I'd have to change my cotton out because we wouldn't want brown. I'd probably do a grey or a black, I think. Looks all right. So we don't want it to stick to that. So I'm just going to leave it upside down to dry for a bit. Put it to the side. Tissue. Now we definitely want this piece. I don't think I'm going to layer anything underneath it. And I'll just check that this is cut flush. Yep. Might just stick it down. Might just trim a little bit off the bottom because it's got a bit of a line there. Crooked, but that's all right. Putting a line there so I know where the glue goes, and then I'll trim it off afterwards. That looks pretty good. I must do my tax tonight. Keep putting it off, which is not good. Got all this paperwork and that piling up that I've been neglecting, so must catch up on a whole lot of that boring stuff. Used to love doing that sort of stuff. Okay, now get a little off. Looks good just like that, but I do have an idea. It does happen sometimes. I have some stamps. I might just go and see what these stamps say. They're sort of like Japanese. I'm not sure what this is. It's probably just scribble, but it gives you the impression it's sort of Oriental style. So I'll go and see what these stamps say. Okay, so I found one of my stamps, and this one's Life's Journey. I think that's really cool. Now I'm thinking of trying to stamp on this, which looks difficult, but it's so nice. It's like handmade paper, and it's got these little sparkly bits in it. I'm not sure what size I'd want it. So maybe just a big square, maybe a bit bigger than that paper. Might just stamp it and see. I know you're not meant to wobble it back and forth, but I'm going to. I'm quite happy with that, so I'm going to leave it at that. You can see it well enough, you can see the word enough. It will do. So it's sort of rough around the edges. It's not really ripped, but let's see what happens if we rip it with a ruler. It's not going to be straight lined with the words, but that doesn't matter. Let's just rip it like this and see. Oh yeah, that's pretty good actually. Now that's going to be huge. But I do like it. Isn't that pretty though? Love the sparkle in it. Might end up stamping another one when I ruin this. But, you know. It's always worth giving things a go. Does need to be smaller. That fits better. Now it's just placement. It's nice. I do like the woof down the bottom better. I think it all needs to be straight. Alright, I'm going to stick our woof down. Stick this on. Oops, up the right way. there's one more thing I might do for this one, just to finish it off. Firstly, I might actually just slightly corner around. Don't know about sewing still, so I might just corner around. Only just fits in there. Oh, that didn't go in properly. Might have to do a bigger corner round now just to fix that up. Hate it when that happens. Don't know if that's gonna... Oh yeah, that's going in all right. Didn't quite cut it though. What have we got here? It's a large one though. How large? How large is large? Real large, I think. Let's see if this is any better. Whoa, it's very thick. But it's neat, it up nice. Okay, let's fix that. Okay, now, what I was thinking is, I don't know if I need to ink around the edges. Probably helps a little bit. I have 10,000 charms and stuff like that, and I don't know if I want... I want a wolf charm hanging off of this. I like it the way it is actually. So I might just leave it the way it is. If I think of anything specific in the future, I'll add it, but otherwise I think I kind of like that. Just the simplicity of it, I think, goes with the oriental styling. Listen to me sounding all artistic. So, and I think this video is long enough and I've got to go and edit so I can get it up. Although I haven't finished this one, have I? So I've got to do that real quick. Oh, I nearly ruined it putting everything on it. Now it's nearly dry, so I think we'll get it stuck down. At least it will be finished then. So we'll do that. Make sure we get it under all this stuff. Gently push it down so the glue adheres. And find my little scissors. Give it a bit of a haircut. Stick that down a little bit more. That's not the one I want. Okay, I'm not going to fiddle with that, and then it should dry how I want it. So So that is it. That is Tag Tuesday for me this week, and I've made two, I quite like them, cute tags with my wolf and my fox for my son's journal, so that's a great start, and that's really helped me decide which way I want to take the journals and the type of colours and papers that I want to use. So that was heaps of fun. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon. See ya!